You're a delicious prosciutto sandwich waiting for me in the fridge. Welcoming you back to crypto's juiciest news. The Bitcoin has gone up and to the right. For once, $68,000. Everyone is still in the same place. Wondering, are we ever going to continue this damn 4-year cycle or not? If you watched my recent video yesterday, friends, I have a special video on my dark prophecy. Okay, so the video I'm talking about is here, friends. What happened to dark prophecy? So the gist of it is everything actually I got right. Only one thing, we never got the Euphoria. We did not get the Euphoria prices. So there's some people be messaging me. Actually, a lot of you don't even know you've been talking about it. Everyone's scared of this dark prophecy. But look, I said in it, firstly, you're trying to protect yourself by just thinking of a case where Bitcoin doesn't hit the higher targets. It only stops around 80 to 100K-ish and traps everybody. But the thesis was, you know, when we were in March this year, that was not meant to be the top of this year. It was meant to keep going. We never went. We stopped. We actually stopped. Altcoins dropped 60, 70, 80% down. Big correction for the year. Okay? So if you've been watching all my videos, friends, what I'm going to do is let's play some nice cranky G-pump music as well. Just to remind everyone, okay? There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to worry about if there's non-believers still sitting on the sidelines. You have nothing to worry about. When all the non-believers are in and they love chasing momentum, you can see it. When they're all in, okay, you have a problem now. Because you know markets will test people. So you and me, all right, Japan, Pokemon Island. Okay, Bitcoin drops 25% in a day. Who gives a shit? We don't care. We care when there's a lot of weak links around us. Because you don't trust them to hold up the castle when you're sleeping. You don't. Because you know historically, they just keep selling lows. Okay, we don't have that worry to, we don't have that issue to worry about now. It's just full-on believers now at this point. 4-year cycle, liquidity index, doesn't matter what the hell it is. Everybody dresses up a different narrative, okay? So that's the most important thing. It doesn't actually matter what the narrative is, it's the prices, okay? Buy low, sell high. Okay, if the prices never got high, you never sell. That's it. It's just the price will go up high and then we'll throw a narrative with it, right? So that's the most important thing. So when I was even thinking about this, and I'll have the monthly chart here, remember, friends, we needed, the whole premise of it was that people would buy all the altcoins in 2024 and no one would be here to buy in 2025. Now, by the way, it can still happen. We can still get like a mid-correction next year. We can do that, but looking at the altcoin scope, I mean, it's hard to make that case when you're looking at others this low, okay? When you're looking at others like down here, you're like, where's their buying? Okay, now, you know, if this part kept continuing, friends, if we were up here and we're like doing that into the end of the year already, I was like, okay, we got a big issue next year, because this feels like, all right, everyone of 2025 has now bought. By the way, this is the 2025 line, okay? Right there. So it'd feel like, uh-oh, they all bought here, which means something bad's going to happen next year, but it didn't occur like that. What happened was, if you actually go up here, it literally peaked in March. And we've just been dropping ever since we had all that news. So it's like standard 4-year cycle. So in a nutshell, it's kind of predicting, you know, we could get a left translated because it's now the 4th cycle of crypto and people might front run stuff, but they didn't. Actually, what we find is, even though everyone knows about the money printer, when red candles are here, like everyone just throws a thesis out. If they're not strong enough to withstand the liquidity retractions out there. Now, let's go through the news, friends. Ethereum continues getting cucked again as ETH BTC still lurks at 0.037. It is getting absolutely obliterated. But, I mean, it's still the same thing, man. Look at it. It's scaring everyone. Oh, new lows, new lows. It's kind of crazy, new lows. But, hey, just leave this here, man. This is it. Look, if you look at the past, friends, just to show you, it's like, look at this. There's no sign these things are ever going to reverse. They just start ticking up. Okay, there's no sign. Look at this. It just start ticking up. So Ethereum is in its 3rd cycle curse turn, right? And people have been rotating out of Ethereum into Soylana. And you can see that actually because Sol BTC, so I'll show you this chart later, the Sol BTC ratio has been going sideways. But what's been actually rising? Sol versus ETH. Sol ETH is going up and ETH BTC is going down. So people are actually, there's net buying in soy and there's net selling in ETH for now. I want to give you the overall gist of stuff, friends. So this is pretty much everything you need to see. This is a presentation from Raul Powell. Okay, look at the global liquidity index. See global total liquidity index here. I know it's faint to see, but here's where Bitcoin's price is now, and you can just see it's following it. It's followed it the whole time. Now, this global liquidity index, I think it's the actual proper measurement. It has all of the data points put in, you know, central bank balance sheet, all these other T bonds, all these other just garbage money printing fiat stuff, okay? Just all this poop stuff. The one on, I think that Kevin Svensson, shout out to Kevy Boo, the one that he put on TradingView, it's still valid, but it's just money supply stuff, okay? And it has a few accounts, it does, but you see that it's ticking down. Yeah, because that's what the government do. They do this dodgy stuff. Not dodgy, but like that's the system. The system is like they print the currency, they inflate the currency, and then they move those units somewhere else. Okay, and then what they say is, hey everybody, look at the money printer box. It went down. Like, no, it didn't. You just moved the money to another account. You just gave it a new 3-letter name. We just can't track that. Because it's on some new, oh no, that's part of a new collateral system. They use all these words to trick everybody. And it goes, oh, the money system is going down, the liquidity retraction. No, it's not. You printed the money anyway, right? That's why crypto friends over time, people who buy and hold long term, you understand this. That's why we're in this game. Everybody else out there, like you, all those economists, like that, like Paul Krugman and everyone else, they're like looking at, no, it's part of the system. And like, these people just never make it. You know what I mean? So, but we will. So all that matters is that it's going up. That's very, very important to see, okay? This is a chart from BCB, friends. He pretty much has, I mean, like, wow, more squiggly lines, right? So we have sideways, washout. Here is November. Maybe the US election, sell the news on US election. And then it starts going up. But that's pretty much just a fractal from how these things look like. That's what they look like here. So if you actually can draw it, basically we've got a downtrend coming in here. Right, so this is that Bitcoin chart, comes up, and then we have up here, and then that retest, and then go back up. That's what it looks like. Okay, that's pretty much what's happening here. Actually, now if I draw our one, it's exactly what's happened, right? Ping, 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 break back up, come retest, and whatever. So these squiggly lines, yeah, they're just squiggly lines. What can you really do, bro? You're in altcoins, friends. They should take you 10% slippage just to get in. So don't worry about this stuff. But hey, just kind of showing you where we are. We also have the Bitcoin dominance. We are like right on track right here. Like ready to go. Just going to take some sort of push. Oh man, that's going to be funny. It's like the charts are basically saying Donald Trump's going to win. The charts are saying Donald Trump's going to win. And when he's in, he's going to be like, okay, Gary Gensler fired. Altcoins, you're allowed to run now. You know what I mean? Like that'd be hilarious, man. If they just fire Gary Gensler, that's, I can see people buying altcoins in a season ignited by Gary Gensler getting fired. And I have to come out saying, friends, chill out. Firstly, Gary Gensler, the semen demon himself, okay, he can't make a coin go up forcefully or go down forcefully. The network effects are global. He can't actually do that much. In crypto, we think he can do that much because we've been in a bear market. So every time he says bad stuff, we attribute that to him. All right. But I mean, like, screw him, right? He's corrupt, you know, US Fed, the puppet wing arm, you know what I mean, the rich families and stuff. We understand that game. So we need somebody to blame. We need somebody to blame. So that's the truth about it. So if people are like, oh, Gary Gensler's not here, I'm going to go buy altcoins. Like, dude, you know, these things drop 99%, even if he says you're not a security. You know he can't stop that, right? These network effects, because it all comes down to, right, memetics. That's right. You're trying to get mind share of stuff. He doesn't control mind share. But look, you could make an argument that, oh, but he's impacting institutions to get into crypto. Yeah, you can. But all I'm doing is I'm trying to help you understand that when the mania comes, hopefully mania comes, don't think you're now invincible. All right. So actually, let's go back and check the chart. If we get a big rush up here in others, right? This is the others chart. And just to let you know, this is around a 4 to 5x, okay? Around a 4. Yeah, it's about a 4.5x. And if you're curious, right, during this time period here, this run up, Pulse did 2 times this move, okay? So will PulseX and HEX do 2 times this move again? That'll be interesting. So if we get that Big Mania next year, does that mean we get, you know, an 8? Does that happen? If we do 4 to 5, does we get 8 to 10? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. We don't know. They're just giving you examples, right? And you could match it out for everything else. But when we get up here, I don't want you to think we're invincible. Gary Gensler's fired. What's going to happen now? Okay, because markets are bigger than that, man. Because every other altcoin bear market or retracement has happened outside of the corrupt SEC, all right? Every single one. So don't think like, okay, we're going to be immune now. But I know my words are going to be drowned out, because if your coins are not near their targets here, which I almost, friends, I guarantee you, most coins won't be. Almost. The only ones that will be just meme coins that you and I probably don't even own. Something that just went viral, you know what I mean, on Twitter. The cabal got in and we're like, man, what's this, like, pink chair? How come a pink chair AI coin, a pink squeaky chair, mind you, is like 800 million market cap? How did that happen, right? So those ones are going to be obvious, but we're not in them. Okay, so that happens every cycle, by the way. I'm not saying this is not different. So all I'm saying is, if you believe that the past is going to repeat, oh, we're going to pump. Okay, well, 3 out of 3 times, the targets never hit most people's expectations in most of the coins. Some of them do. Some of them do, but most of them don't. Now, does that mean it's going to be the end of the cycle? I don't know. This part will be an 80 to 90% wipeout in many places, like we had again. Okay, so then we have to figure out what this part looks like. Okay, I know a lot of people, maybe they're going to hide behind, hey, maybe Richard Hart has 170,000 ETH and people will pump the bags. Just let me tell you a secret, friends. Not even a real secret, okay? You can only pump bags if the market wants it to go up. Okay? If everyone wants this thing to keep going up higher and not sell, you can make anything go up. If you are pit stopped by Bitcoin and Ethereum and stock market and they're like jittery, then pump all you want, you're going to get met with sellers. We've seen that so many times in crypto in the past 2 years. I knew about this, by the way, because I've seen big whales, giant whales in traditional markets fight cycles. I've seen them fight cycles. Doesn't end well. So in a bull market, I've seen people try to force things down. Doesn't work. You end up getting gobbled up. And now, and when things are coming on the way down, I've seen people try to like jam things up, but you just get these big end up spikes. So you can eventually, you get the price there, but it doesn't last long. It fades off. It fades off. So you can actually, so what would happen is if you're like going down here, if the markets come back down and you try to like start something big, you might even get your altcoin to do this. Wow, like we're amazing. We broke the high. But actually, if the whole market's down here, this thing eventually, it fades back down. And it does that like everything else and just goes to where it's meant to go. Also, on the way up, if we're going up and someone tries to send something to zero, but there's buyers here on an altcoin, yeah, there'll be buyers that they'll come back up and they'll send it back up. Okay, that's the bull market. So basically, you can't fight the wider market. That's what I'm saying. It is going to be nice, though, if we get this altcoin dominance pushed down. Look, I still feel we're going to get the longest alt season ever. Doesn't mean biggest numbers, probably not. Probably not in all the places. Probably nearly impossible for all the places because there's too much minted poop coins out there. But I feel like it's going to go on for long. Okay, and I'm going to show you some evidence why. But I've got to write this. The journalists out there, friends, they are finally catching up to your friend Sommi that you like and subscribe to, my material for the past like 24 months. Okay, they're literally just now. Just look at this article. Opinion: what is the investment value of meme coins? Why do people dislike VC coins? So this isn't a real opinion piece. It's descriptive. Okay, it's a factual report. So don't worry about it, because normally you'd be like, oh, the soy boy journalists are coming now. I'm Mr. DeFi Oasis who wrote this. I don't think it's like it's not a soy boy journalist thing. It's a report. So these people are saying, oh, I've noticed that my friend Sommi has been talking about this for 24 months. And then meme coin Jesus Morad comes out. And now people are like selling VC coins. So this guy's obviously, he's got DeFi in his name. He's on track of it. It's like, okay, I've got to report this now. All right. The top signal stuff is when the journalists come out and say, ha ha ha, you're going to be poor forever because you don't have culturally significant meme coins, cults or religions. Nah, nah. When they start writing that, run for the hills. Also, special shout out to Mr. Aped in the Sun. Friend. Thank you. Aped in the Sun. That's actually funny, man. Aped in the Sun. Quick mention as well on the US market odds. So, Donald Trump he's ahead by 14% on Polymarket. Okay. Remember, they tried to fake the odds, friends. Polymarket was rigged. They tried to fake it. We saw it. All these anonymous accounts, they tried to bet on Kamala Crappers. They put her ahead. Do you remember? She was 52% ahead, 48% Trump. What I tell you, friends, if you can try to force the price action one way, you can try. Think about Richard Hart trying to force the prices up, right? Yeah, you can force them up. You can't get them to stay there. You can't force them to stay. Okay, the market's going to decide if it wants to accept that price. So the real odds are plus 14% Trump. He's 66 to 34. But fake news media, they have Trump losing by 2. That's why they're trying to rig it, friends. Have you noticed he's always losing by 2? Because they know. That's how the Coconut Intelligence Agency, friends, that when you want to manipulate people, you got to get them to think that it's 50-50 the whole time. So you prep them to the rigging. Okay, now, I think Trump can only win if he has to, like, wipe the floor with her. Okay, 66 to 34 is a 4 wipeout, but he needs, like, 8. I think that's what, Alex Jones and a lot of people said. Basically, he's got to win. An 8 is a win, okay? 6 or 7% ahead, that's the real numbers out there, they could do some dangerous swinging, okay? 6 or 7, which is kind of disgusting when you think about it. But yeah, he's got to literally wipe it. Around 6, 7, 8 plus, okay, we're good. But if it's like, if he's just winning by 2, it's finished. If he's just winning by that little. Now, friends, I wanted to show you this chart. This is the Others ETH chart. You know, this is one of the most important charts of crypto, right? Because Ethereum's third cycle curse, I won't be surprised if we actually start to go up here. If we start to go up here, okay? Now, this is important. You know what this chart basically says, friends? It says sell every single altcoin for ETH every time it pumps. Because look at this. Everything outside of the top 10 has not been able to gain on Ethereum for years and years. However, now we're in third cycle. Maybe they will gain on them. See this number, 0.73? That means others are 73% of the market cap of Ethereum. If it goes back up here, it's 1. Right? So I think we'll actually go back up because you could feel it, right? You can feel that Ethereum's decentralization edge, just like Bitcoin, it's going to be shifting away. Now, we'll see how that eventually plays out. Mr. Russell 2000, friends. Let's look at Mr. Russell 2000. Mr. Russell 2000 is still hanging out here. But in a nutshell, I mentioned this yesterday, and we'll have another talk about it again now. So this is the stock market, S&P 500 and the Russell 2000. Okay, the Russell 2000, look at this, has not broken the altar. Let's match the highs. See the highs and the highs here. We've matched it here. You see that? Look at this deviation. S&P 500 up here. Russell 2000 is still lagging. Okay. BCB found one moment in history where that happened, and it was right before the big tech crash. It's like fun. We're always gonna die, right? Always gonna die. But it's, you know what I mean? Oh, it's always gonna just starting to piss me off, man. Everything's like, yep, world's gonna end. It's all over. Let's just show you the chart here. Okay, so this is it. This is the end of the tech run. Here we have it here. This is the Russell 2000. So what I want to show you is this part. Let's actually match this high up here. You see this? So I think maybe we could just match it. You see this top part? So actually what happens is here was S&P 500 and Russell. Okay. We had a crash right before the end. This is like, you know, in the like 8th inning or whatever. Okay. S&P 500 comes up. Down, sorry, with the Russell 2000. Remember the red is the Russell 2000. You know, it's red small cap shit coins, okay? What happens is S&P 500 makes new highs. Makes new highs for a whole year. The Russell, look at this, can't catch up. It can't catch up. But look what ends up happening here. Let's zoom into this so we can get a good look at this. What ends up happening is, okay, eventually, look at this part. S&P 500 stops. And then there is a rotation into the Russell. Okay, do you see that move, friends? You see that move? This is important. If you remember, that is our slingshot for crypto. Remember I've told you all markets work like that. The spear, once the spear stops, and it can't even make these higher highs anymore, the last of the market goes to the small cap stuff. Because they have so much FOMO built up, and they don't want to buy the big expensive thing anymore. It would be like, so what I'm going to do now is, let's just go to Bitcoin and others. Okay, so this is Bitcoin and others. As you can see, so this is how we know the cycle's not done, right? See Bitcoin here. Bitcoin actually comes back and has strength, but others, which is yellow, just keeps flopping down, flopping down, flopping down. That does not mark the end of a cycle. That means that there's not enough non-believers in. The end of a cycle was, let's go back to 2021. Look at this. At the end of this, okay, look, Bitcoin starts slowing down. Look at this, lower high, lower high, look at this. Bitcoin starts slowing down, but look what happens at the end of it. Bang, it just keeps rocketing up. Bang, 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 bang. Especially there's a big, big, big emphatic push up. Look at this higher high. So Bitcoin makes this lower high. Let's actually show it here. Let's actually like split it here. Bitcoin makes this lower high here, but as it's making this lower high, this thing just goes rocket, rocket, rocket. And this is, by the way, Saturday Night Live Dogecoin Mania, okay? You see that? You're familiar now with that basically that song and dance of these two people together. And speak about song and dance. So the party's still going, as far as I'm concerned. The party's still going. And remember this is the S&P 500, starts slowing down, rotates, and then we shoot back up. So that is BCB's, I guess, his basis now for where we are. And remember 1999, what happened after that? The tech crash. Once again, it's always a crash, isn't it, guys? It's always a giant crash coming. Everyone's going to lose all their money. Oh, man, like you've been hearing this every 15 seconds, I swear to God. Now, all I've watched is the S&P 500 Ponzi just keep going up. Of course, it's going to have a crash. It's going to have a crash. But like, man, here we are. Okay, so here is the Russell 2000. Man, Mr. Russell 2000 is lagging. Okay, so I'm guessing, let's say this 4-year cycle plays out, friends. At some point next year, Mr. Russell 2000, S&P 500 does, you never know, something like that. It's doing something like that. Okay, because it never just drops down like that. Okay, it never ends the cycles like that. That's something like this. But Mr. Russell, let's actually change it to green. As the S&P 500 is distributing, Mr. Russell in this point up, it has like that, and then he goes whoop. It's like wow, everyone thinks it's over, and then it's pretty much game over. So everyone thinks when I say everyone thinks it's over, the bear market's finally over. No, it's actually the end of it, and something like that. So I'm just showing you that's one way the 4-year cycle could end. Where S&P 500 on like its 15th year run, ushering in AI and everyone. You never know, friends, as well. Like technology for AI, there's a lot of groundwork being made, but it's like it's fair value stuff now. It's really fair value. We might get something really silly in the next 1 year or something. Like, you know, look what happened in tech stocks, pets.com and all these other stuff. By the way, as the market is coming, this is important, right? As the market's coming down, you still have the froth. Okay, so in the S&P 500, even if you go back, look what ends up happening here. Okay, you see that? People, no one knew here. Oh, look, see this part? No one knew, oh my gosh, a recession's coming. No, there's still stuff happening. You see, there's still stuff happening even here. Even May 2001. You see that? Because everyone thought it was just going to be a return to normal. Because look at this. It dropped here 20% and came back up. And they're like, okay, this is 39%. Okay, we're now back up. We're only 15%. We're no longer in a bear market. See, we're no longer minus 20%, but actually got worse. So it takes time. So those 3 to 5 months, that could be the killer in crypto, for example. It could be if crypto keeps running in that period because it would suck so many people in. But if you go back to 2021, we actually didn't keep running. We sold off way before the stock market sold off. And I can show you that chart here. You see this, friends? Look at this freaking scam. The blue is the S&P 500. So crypto, look at this. So crypto was already, see this Bitcoin down 38%. Altcoins were already down 60% by this point, Dikemba. Crypto Kobe is calling for the end. He says it's actually all over now. All right, from this point here. And look at this, stock market goes and makes a new high. What a scam. You see this scam? It's scam. I say it because they have Ponzi money coming in, friends. They have automatic $30 billion a month coming in. So no matter what the price is, these people DCA buy. That's why it just keeps pushing up forever, because so everybody locked in for the long-term pensions and stuff. They have to just DCA buy. It's policy. They don't know. They don't care. They just want to go to work. Be firemen, be nurses, whatever they do in their life. Look what ends up coming back as well. Crypto. Look at this. Crypto's already down 70% in altcoins by here, and the S&P 500 is like still in this bull zone. Literally, it's still in this bull zone. It hasn't done anything. So, just showing you, crypto moves first. So yes, it's going to be hard. All right, we are not going to look. There's no free lunch, okay? We get the best performing asset in the world. You get 55% growth rates. You're going to get 5-10 times your money, hopefully across the board in many places. But you're not going to be able to get a signal to tell you to get out. Okay, that's why it's hyper volatile on the upside. You literally just have to look around and say, well, I don't want to hold 0% stable coins when there's all these non-believers. I have to hold 30%. I have to hold 50%. Okay. Oh, Ty Lopez is in. Okay, let's bump it up to 70% stable coins. Maybe you have to think like that. You can't think like, oh well, I'm just gonna wait for the stock market to go down, because we'll be down your altcoins. All our altcoins will be down 70% by the time the stock market comes down. And stock market won't even be down. It'll still be making new highs. So everybody will be thinking it's a buy the dip chance. So now you've got the full scope of everything, friends. Pretty much. Yeah, it does again. Look, once again, outside of our control, but we know what to do now. Keep holding, okay? We believe in something, we keep holding, we just wait until, hey, are there non-believers in? Are there heaps of non-believers in? Well, if I look at the others BTC chart, no, in fact, this is ticking lower. So I'm laughing here. I know, friends, a lot of people frustrated. I'm not frustrated. I'm like, sweet, friends, I mean it when I say this, man. This is the, you're climbing a wall of worry, but you get numb to it. You saw it along the way, okay? During these periods, you're like, oh, well, I don't have to do anything. The scary part is when we have to start saying, oh, we got to act. And you're not going to have this moment to act. You just have, they're moments of risk, man. They're periods of risk. That's it. So you don't know something's going to come around the corner, but it might be like, oh my gosh, we've been running for a sound amount of time. I've got to do something. We need this to flip. Before, it's basically, we're still in buy anything you can zone in a nutshell. And baby dolls, as I'm recording, a breaking news has just appeared. Microsoft, the company named after Bill Gates' Willie, has just said they've done a filing to the corrupt SEC. They are voting on investing in Bitcoin. I'm not making this up, okay? Breaking news. So I've just had to interrupt. A special interruption. All right? Microsoft just filed to the corrupt SEC about a Bitcoin disclosure. It says assessment of investing in Bitcoin. I went back and I checked it, friends. Now, here's the thing. Assessment of investing in Bitcoin. The board recommends a vote against this proposal. So that's the board. By the way, the board could go and suck it because... Listen here, board. You're going to change that against to 4, or we're going to have a little problem. Oh man, this is enough to spark stuff, friends. They don't even need to do it, by the way. They don't even need to do it. It's just breaking news. It's just ignited everybody. Okay, what we're gonna do now? Let's play some Cranky G music. Let's play some Cranky G music. Well. Microsoft, huh? Really is named after Bill Gates' Willie. So, they're voting on December the 10th. Wow, that's crazy, actually. What if, look, friends, they might actually do it. Because that is, US election is November 5. Okay, by the way, go out, vote for Trump so we can pump our bags. Okay, please, go vote for Trump. Just pump our bags. Pump our bags, okay? We can deal with the ramifications of that next year, at the end of next year, okay? I just want you to get rich first. How about you deal with the moral ambiguities of an orange man? How about you deal with that while sitting on your couch, drinking wine on a Tuesday afternoon because you don't have to work anymore because you made so much money from retiring? You know what I mean? How about you do that? Do that first, and then we can talk about all that boring stuff later. For now, you've got to get the job done. Green candles. Now, my green candle. Okay, so December the 10th, friends, that is enough time for crypto to be pumping into that zone. So, oh man, by the way, what a coincidence. Throughout this whole episode, friends, I've just drawn this. I I told you, these things just happen. Whee! Oh, man, that's gold. That's gold. Oh, man. By the way, look. There's plenty of time. There's plenty of time for this to do another green monthly candle in November. Yes. And then they're going to vote December 10th. That's how the world works, right? If the higher Bitcoin's price is, they're going to vote yes. They will be more inclined to vote yes. To put on their balance sheet, right? And yeah, oh, maybe they put $12 a day. Who cares? It's the media headline article. The rumors, though, friends, they're not even rumors now. It's like it's confirmed. It's actually in the filing. It is enough to spark a Bitcoin bull run. We're all a bunch of dopamine addicted narrative junkies anyway. So it is exciting just to think about how it's all going to repeat all over again. Oh, Microsoft now, huh? Michael Chad Saylor, friends. Michael Chad Saylor. I was going to call him Soylana, but I think a bit too harsh on him. Like, he's pumping the bags, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I call him Soylana sometimes. Because I know how it's going to end. But right now, like, damn, such a good story. Because he's gonna suck them all in. He's going to suck them all in, friends. He's literally saying, you ever seen a cybernetic hornet's nest lollipop for you to come and suck on that? That's what he's basically telling everyone. And it's working, man. He's getting in their head. He's entering their head. Where did Microsoft hear about Bitcoin from? It wasn't your friend Sommi wearing a Bulbasaur hat. Okay? It definitely wasn't your friend Sommi wearing a Bulbasaur hat. It's because Michael Chad Saylor comes out and says, cybernetic hornet's nest, pew, 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 laser eyes. That's what they're looking at. And by the way, they're also looking at, if you go to, there's SaylorTracker.com. Okay, Saylor Tracker. They're looking at these. They're seeing green dots, brother. These are the worst DC I've ever seen in my life. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You want to know why? They're looking at this. He's up 73%. Can you believe he's bought $10 billion? He's only up 70%. What the hell? Not even up at 2x? What a crazy life we live in, friends. This is just crazy, man. He's not even up at 2x, but it's just because he's got so much leverage. Okay, here he is, 252,000 BTC. See this all time. He's up 74%. They're looking at that. And look, it's just, remember, he's gonna go out, he's gonna use the engineering metaphors to them. He's like, you're sitting on a boat. The boat's got 7 holes in it. You're down to your last cup of orange juice. Your squeaky chair, do you save it or not? The sink is shipping. That's the fiat economy. You know what I mean? Just puts all these words in their heads and they're pew, 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 pew. And it brings up these similes. He's like, if you're in fiat, you're using a bow and arrow and I'm using a nuclear weapon. You know what I mean? It doesn't even exist in your paradigm. I can just blow your whole island. And that gets to their head, man. There's a bunch of boomers sitting around. They're like, yeah, that guy. That's the guy I see everywhere. Oh, man, that's crazy. And yeah, I know, after all this, meme coin's going to pump hard. That's the biggest meme of all, right? I mean, all the selling talking points that Michael Saylor does to them, friends, he uses memes. And by the way, everything I said to you, it's true, it's true. He's like, you know, if you put gold on a ship and the ship sinks, it loses forever. We're digital, New York, real estate, all these, they are memetics. They literally are memetics. It's just he's tying it to his bag. It's it. It's just the world's going to awaken to this, by the way. So there is a glimmer of hope out there in the world, especially after now hearing about this Microsoft stuff, friends. There are some signs which tell me that you will make it. You hear that? That was one of the squeakiest chairs I have ever come across. Victor's going to make it. 100% is going to make it. Now, do you have a different perspective on like this chart, friends? I showed you from BCB, where, there's just an up-only part. Isn't it funny, right? See, before this narrative, you're like, what can send it up? What can send it up? I don't know, maybe Microsoft literally just writing, which, friends, we don't need them to do it. You get it? It's memes. We don't need them to actually buy. Just write the word Bitcoin on your filing report, bro. That's all you need. I'm the only guy saying that, by the way. Like I said, Donald Trump doesn't even need to buy Bitcoin. He doesn't even need to put a Bitcoin strategic reserve. Just keep saying the word. Every time we say the word, we win. That's it. By the way, you can use the same principle for Richard Hart coins. I don't need people to say, Richard Hart coins are good. Richard Hart coins are cheap. I don't need them to say that. I just need them to either post Richard Hart, write PulseChain, write HEX, write cult, write the word cult. Okay? That's increasing all our bags. It's mind share, friends. That's all it is. It's mind share. See, for example, if I say the word basketball to you now, see, right now in the context of this show, you're now thinking of a basketball in your head. It's orange. It's got the black lines around that you can bounce the basketball. See what I mean? I put a basketball in your head now. You can see it now in your head. See, I've put mind share. So before I said the word basketball, you weren't thinking about a basketball. Now you are. What if I said to you, I hate basketball. I hate it. Basketball's for chumps. It's a scam game. It's trash. I kept saying the word basketball. Basketball. Yeah, see, it's kind of fun. You say the same word. It's just everything around it. It's just dressings. Do you see? Just say the word. That's what memetics are, friends. Sharing an ID in the simplest form. That's why maybe Doge goes up. Maybe that's why Doge goes up. Because it's just so simple to know what that is. Dog is man's best friend. What a funny joke. It's still funny, okay? Dog is man's best friend. You know, Romans, friends, were making statues of dogs. Not to worship, but as an ode. Because they had certain Romans, they had their favorite dog in the family. This is 2,000 years ago. You know what I mean? Dog really is man's best friend. So I'm just telling you about this. And you get it straight away. Now think about if I had to tell you why Starknet is going to change the world with a layer 2 governance thing where they own all the coins and some airdrop over the next 8-year roadmap, and they're going to do some complicated epsilon. You're like, I didn't get it, dude. I didn't get it. Bring back the dog. Let's go back to the dog. Okay? I understand the dog. It's got a tail. They're happy. You know what I mean? They lick you. That's a form of kissing. You see what I mean? They're loyal. It's humans, man. We're much more simple than we think. And all those memetics, friends, that's exactly why this Bitcoin dominance will shoot down. Okay, of everything I've just shown you, that's what it comes down to. Okay, so they will eventually spread, but you just need Bitcoin to keep unlocking higher prices, unlocking higher mind share in everyone, and we're on the cusp. Let's check out some of the PulseChain core coin prices, friends. We have a bit of Dick Bar, 9 million. I think 9% is not even real. But we have Kumamon and Shitan. So they move so fast. Kumamon and Shitan and eHEX up 9%. Really? Is that really sure? Up 9%? We'll have to double check that, friends. And I actually think it's true. That's funny. See, man, these things are volatile. It just comes back down, bounces up. If you check, this is going to be the eHEX to pHEX ratio. So yeah, it's still in this zone here. You never know, man. It would be nice if someone just capitulated out. But it'd be really, I'd love that. Just someone like Banco, just click everything out and just do this. Just do this. So then everyone can just kick and scream and all of them will just come out. I'll just keep buying. That'll be the best. That'll be the best. Otherwise, if it has to do this, okay, we're in. But if you want to do the whole, if you really want to give this away here, then do it. Remember Memetics, man. That's what I'm showing you. eHEX, pHEX. Okay, Memetics. You see, you can always say hex from PulseChain is a real hex. Hex from PulseChain is a real hex. But there are hundreds of millions of people. They're not, see all those words, PulseChain, real one, PulseChain. Those are just words circling hex, 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 hex. They're circling it. You see, they're just circling that word. You just give life. So, in a nutshell, when you say the word, when people shill hex from PulseChain, they are shilling hex from Ethereum. They're saying the same word. Okay, it's the same subset of community. Okay, so I'm just helping you understand this, friends, because this is why when people in Bitcoin, they're shitting crypto. Even though they say, no, crypto's worth zero. I go, no, you're not, bro. You're shitting crypto real hard, okay? We're all internet money. We're swapping memetics. So that's, when you think about it, right? What do you and I trade on the internet, friends? We invest in mindshare assets. That's what we're investing on. You see it? We can swap mindshare attention stuff around, yeah? What's the base money of the internet? Bitcoin, the people's currency. Okay, so Bitcoin's the base money. Everything was bootstrapped and derived off it. Yeah, and now we swap mindshare around. That's the ecosystem of swapping. Now, what everyone talks about, it's kind of funny. Everyone says, when are we going to use it for coffee? When are we going to use it for coffee? Bro, who cares? Coffee's like $2.50. I don't give a shit about that. I want to use my stuff to trade some really cool advanced stuff like memetics. That's what we're actually trading. We are trading memetics, the attention economy. Now, let's go to the PulseChain and PulseX price chart. Everything's in the same camp still, friends. We're still doing this rounded zoney zone here, almost flipping green on the weekly super chain. Almost that's the Pulse price chart. And if you look at PulseX, I know this is a log chart, so it's kind of like cheating. But yeah, it's doing a nice high low. You see this nice high low. The last time it flipped green on the weekly super chain, it did a fast 3x. Now, this hasn't done a fast 3x, but I'm hoping a 3x would put it around day one stack. And yeah, there are going to be break-even soy boys around there. We're going to have to rinse those people out. And look, as much as we are going to joke, I'm saying, but who the hell is selling at break-even after 3 years? Like, what kind of soy boy cuck are you? But just let them go. Let them go. Let them do it. I know they're going to do it. It's going to ping above it, then come back down, then they're going to get rid of it. I know they are. It always happens. Just let them do it. You don't want them here. You don't want them here for the bigger journey. And look, if you ever believe in a return to DeFi, you have PulseX, man. Buy and burn. 5.19% total buy and burn happening right here. We have some green across the board as well, which is nice. And I just saw, friends, as well. This is ICSA. Remember, ICSA slingshot leverage on HEX. So apparently I saw in the chat, someone huge liquidated their ICSA. So look at this. He's dropped it down 53%. But that's good. I think he's all out. I was checking the ICSA chat. Maybe if I have a look here, just quickly. The ICSA chat. Okay, so what a gentle friend has said, a whale, I think the wallet 701. They sold 3 million of eHEX in 3 days. And then they used some of the money to buy a bit of ICSA. They got in. So they started getting in. And they bought other coins as well. But now they just changed their mind. And they just dumped all the ICSA in one go. And they swapped it to incentive token Inc. My gosh. So they just, I don't know why. Slip. Dude, look at this slippage, man. What the hell, bro? You slipped this down 46%. Like you have, my gosh. You slipped something 46%. That's gold. So let's look at the ICSA HEX ratio. You can see that right here. Still selling it down in the zone. That's what happens, friends. That's why when you're just sitting back, you let these people do these big rash moves in liquidity, because there's a lot of retards in the PulseChain ecosystem, but it's the same thing in all altcoins. I can't just say that. They don't care. They slip something 30% or whatever. It's full on, just irrational. I don't care, whatever. So it is what it is. Yeah, this is still cheap, man. It's still cheap. This is like cheap leverage on HEX. You see that? So, by the way, look how cheap it is now. If you're getting in ICSA here and it just goes back to the top of the range, okay, you are getting a 4x on HEX. That's right. So if HEX does like a 5 from here, you'll be up 20. That's because this guy has just capitulated down here. That's why, you know, it helps to just sit on the sidelines and just appreciate this opportunity that comes out here. Man, it's going to be fun. Fun bull market. So there you go, baby dolls. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you in the next one.